Everybody's happy now, so everything's good. Hey, everybody, welcome. It's Monday night. Welcome to MCU Mondays right here on Feast of Fandoms. So glad you joined us. I am your host, David. With me, as always, are my co-hosts, Debbie. Debbie, how are you this evening?
Okay, for Monday.
Yeah. Are we, in fact, live at this point, by the way?
Yes.
Awesome. I didn't hear my. Oh, there it is.
Yep.
Now I see my notification on my phone. Also with us tonight is Andrew. How are you, sir?
Doing good. It's finally warm again.
Thank God. It got up to 65 degrees today, Debbie.
Yeah.
Does that make Does that make you jealous?
Yeah, because I woke up this morning with more snow on the ground. It wasn't a whole lot, but enough to tick me off. It was a high of 28, but it was cloudy and it was kind of snowing all morning. So
gross.
I know. I'm over it.
And by the way, happy Groundhog Day to both of you.
No, because there's going to be more winter.
I hope you enjoyed the day by eating hot dogs and sausages and bratwurst and things like that.
I want to eat that groundhog.
Isn't that how you're supposed to enjoy groundhog? By eating
I had lasagna, so.
Did it have Italian sausage? Because that would also be groundhog.
No.
Anyway,
My stomach, for some reason, cannot handle Italian sausage.
Oh, all right. Well, for those of you that missed it, Punxsutawney Phil up in Pennsylvania did see his shadow 6 more weeks of winter. Sorry, Debbie. Sorry.
I'm over it.
I don't make the weather. The groundhog makes the weather. So
exactly.
Whatever. We did have some interesting news come out, and it appears that we are not going to get a trailer for Spider-Man or Doomsday at the Super Bowl this year, which a lot of people were kind of upset about. Spider-Man, what's the release date in Spider-Man? Is that July?
Yeah, I think July. I can verify it. But I was talking with someone earlier, and he said whenever there's a Spider-Man movie coming out, they don't usually do a Super Bowl trailer release.
Well,
so
in my experience, the movie that if your movie is going to get a trailer on the Super Bowl, generally the latest that they'll go is like a Memorial Day release.
Yeah,
so
July 11th.
So
the
if
last
your
day
release
July,
is in July, they're not going to show a trailer for a July movie at the Super Bowl, which is, by the way, that's also coming up this weekend. In case you didn't know, I don't care because both of my teams lost, and
the Seahawks are going to murder the Patriots. It's not even going to be close.
Honestly, I had Denver and LA pegged, so with Denver winning it by 3.
Someone will be rooting for him. So,
but anyway, I like watching it for the commercials. Anyway, I like the commercials, and I just like the gathering of people.
Yeah, the commercials have been good so far this year that they've released.
I haven't
compared
seen
to years
any
past.
I haven't seen any of them.
There's a Jurassic Park one.
The Budweiser one is so good.
Yeah.
Nope. Not planning on watching anything until the Super Bowl. I'm keeping myself.
Super Bowl commercial virgin.
I will be a commercial virgin. That's right. So I will be going into each one of these with a clear head and a clean conscience. So, but yes, like I said, I think. In years past, they've said that I know Solo, the year that Solo came out, they dropped, that was the first preview that we got for Solo was at the Super Bowl. And generally that's like that's kind of the cutoff is Memorial Day. So if you've got a movie coming out after Memorial Day, you probably won't get it for another month or two past the Super Bowl.
I was gonna say I don't know if y'all saw this. There was a clip of Ian McKellen. He was doing an interview and he was talking about Doomsday, and he said he destroyed New Jersey, and then he says, "Oh, I shouldn't have said that." And someone was like, "Feige's coming after him."
I did destroy New Jersey yesterday.
Cut.
Screen goes black.
Yeah.
That's
And then
hilarious, though.
I just saw this, according to Daniel RPK, I don't know exactly how he would know this, but he's saying Doomsday is being described as what fans expected Multiverse of Madness to be.
How does he know? Has he
I don't
seen it?
know. I don't
Then
know.
he doesn't
But I love
That was a grain
the
of salt. He's 50-50 like everybody else. So
it could have been like telephone. He heard that from someone that heard it from someone who heard it from someone who heard it from you know. But
have you seen the and I'm pretty sure it's an AI generated one. Have you seen the Deadpool Doomsday trailer?
no.
I've seen it 3 or 4 times now, and if I come across it again, it's Deadpool, and he pulls up to a house on his little moped scooter thing.
Oh, I've seen it.
And he says something like Marvel Jesus here, and the studio wanted to make sure that this movie made all of its money back because they need a new yacht. So I have to go pull Chris back out of retirement or something like that. And
I gotta look this up.
Flashes up. Deadpool will appear in Avengers Doomsday, and then it does the countdown thing.
Those memes have been great, by the way. Like everyone's gonna return in Doomsday. Yeah.
In fact, I caught that one, and I didn't even know this, but for the Deadpool Wolverine movie, they flash forward and they caught some of the what's his name? Hugh Jackman in the yellow suit. There was pictures of it floating all over, and everybody was all excited. So Ryan Reynolds went and made like 15 or 20 burner accounts all over social media, and he started releasing rumors so that if an actual rumor did slip out, there would be like 15 or 20 other rumors floating around too. So nobody knew exactly what was going to happen, what was going to be going on with the Deadpool. I mean, he was like literally he'd make something up, just to go along with whatever the real would happen to be. So it would like, all of a sudden it's like, well, here's this one rumor that says this is going to happen, but there's about 15 others that say this is going to happen. Other things are going to happen. So it's like, oh, see, that's clever. That's clever. Just, you want to stop the rumors, just flood the internet.
Exactly. Yeah.
That, or like they're doing was it Tom Holland? It's Tom Holland. Not Tom Holland. The new Spider-Man movie where they're just releasing pictures on pictures of everything that's going to be in this movie. And it's like, nobody's going to screw this one up. We're just going to give them the whole thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right. Well, as I was telling y'all before we started the show, I screwed up last night, and I was watching my show and made my notes and everything, and then I realized that I had watched Jessica Jones, which was fine because it was a great Jessica Jones episode, but then I was like, oh crap, we're doing Wonder Man. Which again was fine.
I did the same thing. I forget what I was watching last night, but I was like, oh crap, I gotta watch Jessica Jones. So I paused what I was watching, went over to Disney and watched it, and then about midway through it, I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Wait a second.
I went ahead and watched it. I'll have to rewatch it again because by the time we're done with this, I'll totally forget. But damn it.
Well, and honestly, too, I mean, I'm glad because I watched Wonder Man came out last Tuesday, right? So last Tuesday, I watched the first 3 episodes, and that's all I've watched on this. So those of you, Debbie and Andrew, that have watched the entire thing.
I haven't watched the entire thing yet. I just watched these 2 episodes.
Oh, wow. So I'm the only one.
Debbie's gonna ruin
what I say.
But I will say, I know some things that happen in future episodes. Nothing too spoilery.
I have
just the Josh Gad stuff, but
I have been avoiding. Well, see, now that makes sense. Now you sent that message in our group chat and said they found him, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, you'll have to send those to me privately, Andrew.
Yeah.
Keep your spoilers out of my face. So I think I'm gonna do that. I did have the intentions of watching it this past weekend, but I got caught up in some really good movies that I was just like
Nice.
I didn't want to turn off. So
Yeah, I'll probably try to watch all of it, the rest of it this week. I had a busy weekend and I could only get in the 2, so.
and these were movies that I had never seen before, and I just kind of stumbled across them, and I was like, "Oh, hey,
Barbie
I know Donnie Yen."
Princess, you know.
No, no. It was it's Ip Man, IP Man.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
with Donnie Yen,
Yeah.
which he played Chirrut in Rogue One. So good. Oh, the fight sequences.
I've heard of
are
those. I've just
amazing.
never seen them. Holy cow, there's like
It's-
20.
There's only 4,
Oh, there's just spin-offs, I guess.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as I know, there's only 4 of them.
Yeah, there's
But
4
they're
of the main one, and then there's some spin-offs, but yeah. Nice.
They're really good.
I would say those 4 are probably the ones to watch, though.
Plus, I have to pay attention to them because at least the first 2 are in Mandarin Chinese, so you got to read them. So it's not just a turn it on and watch it in the background kind of thing. You got to pay attention, otherwise you don't know what's going on, unless you happen to speak Chinese. But I don't.
Yeah. You have Google Translate, just live feeding the movie.
No, that's not fun either. But anyway, so I did not watch all of Wonder Man. I am only 3 episodes in. I plan on watching 2 more this evening as I sort some Legos. So I will watch episodes 3 and 4 tonight, just because, and then I'll watch them again Sunday night again. But what I have seen, I have been very impressed with. I have thoroughly enjoyed Trevor. Ben Kingsley is amazing as always. Now I do have to know because so and I'm just want to touch on this. Is there any mention of his brother and who his brother is in the series?
Trevor? Or
No, not
Simon?
Simon's brother.
We meet him, but I don't think they say anything more that I remember.
Okay.
I mean, I've seen some stuff on the internet,
Like
but I don't.
theories and things.
Yeah. So but I don't remember them saying anything.
Okay.
Outside of him being the brother.
In case you didn't know, Simon's brother, in the comic books, anyway. We're not sure about MCU just yet, but in the comic books, he is the supervillain, the Grim Reaper. So,
yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
We don't. I'm anxious to see. Like I said, I've seen the 3rd episode, so I know he's there. And we won't go into the 3rd episode, but I'm just curious to see if that plays out well. Anyway, so the first 2 episodes, we are introduced to Simon, and sometimes I thought I overthought things, and he is just he overthinks things to the nth degree, and a lot of it he wants to get into his character's head, and he wants to be his character. He wants to know how
he wants to make sure he's like doing it right,
right. And
but it's too much. It's over analyzing. Like he was on set and he was like, I mean, actors like we know Harrison Ford, he'll suggest stuff and that, which is fine. But this guy was just like nitpicking.
The table's not right.
Every little thing. He was just nitpicking, and I was like, give it up.
Fired.
Well, and I've heard of actors who step into role like and Daniel Day-Lewis is notorious for it, to where he'll step into a role and he'll go gung ho with it. I know. I was watching something on Jim Carrey when Jim Carrey did Man in the Moon about Andy Kaufman, how he stepped into Andy Kaufman's. He basically became Andy Kaufman for the entire time he was filming that movie, and I know there are actors that are like that really just jump headfirst into their roles.
Yeah.
But he, as we find out, is just he's not an extra, but he's not like a
he's like a
main
special guest, like a
cast.
guest.
Yeah, he's a day player is what they call it.
Yeah.
Because they
he's like,
said,
is that for American Horror Story? Golf carts aren't for day players.
Yeah, you're just a day player. Basically, it's like hey, you're going to be on American Horror Story, but you're going to be in 2 scenes in 1 episode kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's like you're not even going to be you'll be there, but you're not going to be a huge part of the overall story. You'll just be a small piece of it. And then you see him and you get that, and it's like, okay, well, here's the scene. She's going to come in and you're going to have this conversation with her, and then she's going to turn into the monster and eat you. And then he's going into it like, well, what about their relationship, and what book should I have on my desk, and should I be reading this because I'm teaching this class, and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Blah. And it's like,
I mean, some of it,
do it.
I was gonna say some of it I get just for context, but then it was like the moonlight isn't in the right spot, and
yeah, I really wanted you to die in this moonlight.
I was like, I hate to say it, but I was like, he's forgetting his place. Like, he's a day player. Does he think the director the AD is gonna be like, oh yeah, let's. Of course, the guy was like, yeah, we can move it.
He's not. He's not.
He's
not gonna win an Oscar or a Grammy or anything like that for a bit part in a movie or a TV show or whatever. He's not gonna get that. Will it get him noticed somewhere down the line? Yes, but from what I understand, if you're someone like that, to where you're just like, you're overanalyzing, you're questioning everything, then that reputation follows you as well, and people don't want to deal with you. They're like,
Trevor points that out. He says you're in your head too much. Just
get rid of all the oxygen and instinct,
Just deliver the lines.
Yeah.
Just say it. Just and he even says, hey, all you need to do is take a deep breath right before you say your line, dump it all out, and then your body goes into shock, and just do it like that, and just go off what you got, which he does. And they like him. He does it very well. And I thought this was funny too, because the whole second episode is him. He has to record a what did they call it?
Self-tape.
Self-tape to send to another casting, or to send to the casting director for a different movie. And if she likes that, then whatever. But Trevor did this whole thing with him, and then his agent came by, and she's like, oh, he liked me, oh, he really liked me, and they really liked me. And so he knew, it was almost like, hey, what Trevor told me worked. And then he goes in to make this self-tape, and he starts doing the same thing over again, where it's like, dude, it worked the first time. Why would it not work the second time?
I feel like he came from the Bronx, and his dad owned the restaurant, and I'm like, who cares?
He has one line.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually 2, but I'm just like,
well, yeah, but still,
dude. Yeah, you're it's one thing if, like, a line that you're giving and you can personally relate to it because something similar happened, and then you can draw from that. That's one thing, but he just overanalyzed it. If you look at his script,
it's full of notes.
The show, he was just like, he had like 10,000 notes on the side, and I'm like,
well, and again,
too hard.
That's why Trevor looked at it. He goes, okay, well, these notes are garbage because you're too much in. I mean, Trevor even told him, he was like, look, calm down. calm
mean,
down there, Ace.
making suggestions here and there, fine. And the AD kind of went along with the first couple, and then he was just like, well, we need to change this, or I don't think we would be friends, and da 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 da. Or I'd be packing up this book, not the other book, because my class is on whatever. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce it.
Yeah.
Too many letters for me.
Yeah.
And honestly, too, what was so funny was that he was talking about archaeology, and the because I kept waiting for some kind of reference to Moon Knight, because they kept talking about the Aztec gods and all this other stuff, and I was like, ooh, we're gonna get they had an opportunity to tie two shows together, and they just blew it. But what do I know? But yeah,
we got the return of that agent guy in episode 2. I'm blanking on his name. He was in No Way Home, and what was it? I want to say Miss Marvel. I don't know why but I don't think it was Miss Marvel.
No,
I forgot. Anyway,
he's a jerk. I don't like him. And seriously, too, damage control. What is damage control? Why are they hunting supers, if you will? He's a danger, and we need to get him off the streets now. And it's like, why? What's he done? What's he done exactly?
I think we're gonna find that out, because we didn't even know he had powers from an audience perspective until then. So,
or is this one of those things to where this is how? Because in Miss Marvel they had the scene at the end where they're talking about she had a. How did they put it? She's got her power comes from a mutated gene that she had. So you're thinking, oh, they just teased mutants, and now you've got the disaster control hunting down supers, almost like they're hunting down mutants.
I was right. He wasn't Miss Marvel.
Oh, he was. Okay.
Yeah, and that is a theory I've seen online, is that they were teasing mutants in this show. But I don't know.
I just now thought of that, but
yeah.
Hey, I'll take it if it works. Debbie, if that's how it is, don't you tell me nothing.
I ain't saying nothing.
Right.
She's got a much better poker face than I do, so. Although she is our Marvel insider.
How to play poker. I could play the euchre and spades and hearts.
I can play war.
You can play Uno.
I know hand and foot canasta. I can play Go Fish.
Don't play Uno against my mom. Every time you get down to 2 cards, she does the draw 4.
Anyway, but he meets Trevor, and then we kind of find out later on that Trevor is it a double agent? Is that?
I wouldn't even call it a double agent. I would say it was very much
forced.
Yeah, I was going to say either do this job or go to. Those are the 2 options: do this job or go to jail. Go back to jail. So
yeah, somehow he got out of jail early, and I'm thinking it's not legally.
I was going to say it wasn't good behavior.
I had to when we. So I watched like I said, I watched the first 3 episodes, and when he said, I got out of jail, and he was like, yeah, but that wasn't my fault. I was in jail. Yeah, but you got out early. He goes, yeah, but that wasn't my fault. And I was like, I asked Luke, because surprisingly, I had Luke come upstairs and watch this with me, and I was just like shocked. And he watched the whole thing. I slept through it. Well, because he was stuck at home during the ice, but I had to go to work. But he said, I said, when was he released from jail? Because now I know he was in Shang-Chi, but how did he get from jail in Iron Man 3 to Shang-Chi? And it hit me, the one-off, the All Hail the King.
Yeah, the one shot.
Or the one shot. He was in prison, and those guys came up to him and said, the real Mandarin, basically they said the real Mandarin wants to talk to you. And they pulled him out. And where did Shang-Chi find him? At the Mandarin's place. So that's how he got out. The Mandarin actually broke him out of jail.
Yeah.
So that's how he got out. And then he's been hanging out in.
And I completely
China
forgot about
or-
that until you just brought it up. But yeah, I remember watching that. Yeah.
So yes, that's how he got out.
I think those are on Disney Plus. If
they are,
anyway, yeah,
They are.
Yeah, they're in the timeline.
yeah.
Or if
I
you
wish
can't
they,
find them-
I wish they still did those for some of the
if you
movies.
can't find them in the timeline, just look up "All Hail the King." All Hail the King. I think that's the name of it.
Mhm.
So it's just it's like a little 15-minute one shot, and
Well, I'm sure y'all saw the director of the first 2 episodes is who's directing Brand New Day, and he directed Shang-Chi too. Daniel Destin, is it Cretin? I think I don't remember, but so anyway,
see, now I want to go back and watch Shang-Chi again,
yeah, it's really
Just-
good.
just
We
because I
need
know
the
I've seen
sequel.
it like 4 or 5 times, but I want to.
I have it on Blu-ray because I found it at my thrift store.
I have it
So
on Disney Plus, so neener.
Blu-ray is better quality. So I don't understand. What would happen if the Disney Plus servers went down? I'm just saying.
I find it somewhere. I
I
don't know.
think I
y'all-
have it on Fandango.
Oh yeah,
Well, when
But
an
anyway.
EMP pulse goes off,
yeah.
so
Then
I
your
guess I don't need to
Blu-ray
say
will-
pulse because I'm already saying it. So
I was gonna say, even if an EMP goes off, your Blu-ray still won't work because your Blu-ray player won't work. So
I got a mobile Blu-ray player, so
it still needs electricity to run.
I
to
know.
delete.
it's battery operated. So I'd get a good
battery.
one. I'd get a one-time watch out of it before
It's
it would die.
it's solar powered.
Right. I need to start upgrading.
But
Oh, man.
anyway, so we get he meets Trevor. We kind of find out Trevor's working for the man, if you will. He gets and the way that I like the way that they're doing these episodes, to where it's kind of like it's a cold opening, to where it's like the first 2 or 3 minutes basically sets up the rest of the episode. Basically the first episode starts off with 2 or 3 minutes of him, with his dad watching movies, and they're watching Wonderman, of course.
Yeah, I thought that was a really good opening.
And then the second one is Trevor flying back into Los Angeles, and then him getting arrested.
And the lady's
not
like, "We're not
resisting.
together." Yeah,
We're not together. I'm not resisting.
I
I'm not
loved how
resisting.
I loved how she was like on the plane. She's like, "You were in that hospital show," and he's like, "Yeah," and he says what it is, and she's like, "Oh yeah, so and so was on that," and he's just like, "Yeah,
Which,
Joey Pantaloni.
yeah, that's right." Oh, he is great. He's great.
Calling him by his full name.
Yeah,
No,
Every time, Joey Pantaloni.
no, Joe Pantaloni, you're being so condescending right now, Joe Pantaloni. Like, what?
It's like, just say Joey or Pantaloni. Pick a lane.
right.
But and again, it was hilarious because I mean, it took me a tick to realize who that was, because I was like, gosh,
Oh.
who is that? He opens the door and I was like, I know who that person is. I know who he is. Where do I know him from? And then he said, oh, he's when you eat the steak from the Matrix meal. I was like, oh, he's the guy from the Matrix. I know who he is. I know exactly who he is now. And I was like, and then I looked at him. I was like, God, he got old.
Yeah,
And then I'm like, well, the Matrix, that was like 27 years ago. So yeah,
Just like the rest of us, we've all gotten older, except for
you get a little
Andrew.
bit.
I think
Yeah.
the first movie I ever saw him in was Baby's Day Out.
I don't know that I ever saw that movie.
Ah,
Ever.
it's funny.
I think I've seen it once.
And then I saw The
Whenever it
Matrix when I was
originally
older.
came out.
So.
No, but according to Simon, that Baby's Day Out, he couldn't even with that baby's help, he couldn't carry that movie.
That you know what? He just, his anger in the moment, just, that, one thing he does like to do is he does, like, whenever he meets someone, he does, like, I can tell he's trying to get on their good side, like good first impression, because he's always like, I'm a big fan of you, I'm a big fan of you. Even if they did like an episode, but that's how you get. I think that's a way to get your foot in the door, is to get a good first impression and connections and stuff.
Have you noticed?
Then he just goes off on Joe.
Well, but have you noticed too, like how he, like when they go to Trevor's apartment for the first time, and he sees the script and he says, okay, well, this was directed by blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then he says, oh, and look, here's from this TV show where you did a guest star on. And he's like, I did that, and it's like, yeah, you were great in it, and blah blah blah. You really nailed the character, and yada yada yada. And he's just, I mean, you could tell he
does his research.
He's a fanboy, is what he is. He very obviously grew up watching these things with his dad. We see that based on the first episode, and now he is living the life and meeting his heroes. So
it is cool to see. Yeah. I love the history of this. The skull was pretty funny, which I was like, it's been passed down from person to person, and then it was left at the bar, and I nicked it. And Simon's like, oh man.
And really too, I mean, Trevor has all these roles that he has played, that he's been in. And have you noticed he says, because he'll say something about him and he'll like, oh, I did that. Oh, yeah. And the only ones that he really remembers are the hospital one that Joe got him kicked off of, and King Lear. And the only reason he remembers King Lear, and if you'll remember Iron Man 3, when they're talking about him being an actor, they said, well, they say his King Lear was second to none. So, and I think that those were two, I think he's got those locked in so much because those were, you got to think King Lear, okay, well, this is the one where everybody loved me. So, and this was the one that made me. So this is important. I need to remember this one. And then you get to the hospital one where Joe got me kicked off after half a season or 2 or 3 episodes or whatever. And it was like, okay, well, this is what made me. So, or this is a major deciding factor in my career. So I remember that one. But everything else is like he's talking about, oh, it's almost like it's just a drunken haze to him, drunken, drugged out haze, to where he's like, sure, if you say I did that, then I did it, because I don't remember it at all. 13 years sober. So, but yeah, I mean, like I said, he just doesn't seem to remember a whole lot. But he's impressed with Simon. So, and you could tell he's really growing on him too. Especially, he meets him at the movie theater, and he doesn't just. And of course, at that point, you don't realize what his end game is. You don't realize that he's being controlled. You just think, oh, he's just there at the movie, and then. And I love too, the first thing that everybody thinks when they see him is, weren't you the Mandarin?
Yeah.
Weren't you a terrorist or something? And even when the FBI, oh God, that was probably one of my, when Damage Control had him, and they had him in the interrogation room, and they played the video.
Yeah. And he's like, that's acting.
With the Al Salam Akbar air base in Kuwait just was attacked. That was me.
Yeah, they'll never see me coming.
He says, what? That's acting. He pulls it up again and he shows him shooting the guy. I was like, what? They use blanks.
Which still at that close range can cause some damage. So,
but again, if you watch that video, you never see his face of him standing over that person. I mean, when he's standing over that person shooting, all you see is like chest down. You don't see his face, so you don't know that he's actually doing that. So, in Trevor's defense. Devil's advocate, if you will. So, but just the resurface of the video from Iron Man 3 was again just a wonderful, wonderful thing. And then everybody, that's like the first thing that they say about him, except for the nice lady on the airplane who said she recognized him from somewhere, and he said the hospital show, yeah. And even Joe was like, "Man, that stuff that you did, that was really dark, but really good, really dark." And I was like, yeah. You think? But and of course, what is the first thing that Joe does as soon as they leave? He calls his agent.
He's like, "What's this fun?" By the way, Debbie, you might recognize that guy from Superman. He's the working with Lex. He's the leader of the country that Superman had invaded. Kobach. Yeah. He's from
Oh, the director of the movie is?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then Trevor just, Simon's growing on him, but he still does the computer thing with the ring.
Yeah. And
then he finds the blast.
And he plays it off too.
Yeah.
It's
if I was Simon, I would have been like, "Oh, it came with the building,"
Well, and I'm wondering too if Simon has any knowledge of the things that he is doing. Like when he explodes like that, when he pops like that, does he have any knowledge that he is causing that, or does he have any?
I think so, because that's what I was going to ask. What it was that?
Huh?
Yeah, he covered it up.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he covered it up, but I mean, does he know that he's the one that did it, or does he kind of go into a trance kind of thing? Because his eyes glaze over and they light up and everything.
Well,
and
but as he's getting into that point, he's sitting there trying to regulate his breathing, and he's like, "No, no, 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 no."
Yeah, he was about to do it at the what you call it, the
audition.
The audition.
Yeah. Which I was going to ask you, Dave, because I know you've read some of the comics. What exactly is his power? Is it just the blasting, or like?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Oh, I thought you read the comics.
I have read some of the comics, but the ones that I've read he wasn't doing anything. I just found. Here's what I've got. I've got like 3 issues that they had at a dirt mall that were, like, and when I say dirt mall, I mean like like a junk store, right? This is like a
right.
And all I'm doing is flipping through comics, and I see, oh look, there's 3 issues of Wonderman. That show's coming on. Let's grab these.
I guess I need to just watch the new Rockstars video or something.
They have nothing.
Wow. Because I was wondering, like, obviously I could see that he has the blast, but I guess no one else seemed to notice it because we don't get any reactions from anyone else. But I was just curious, like,
I probably think it's an earthquake or something.
Oh, that's true. That is true. It's California.
I can't say that because that's the next episode.
But
there is some of his power is displayed in the 3rd episode when he's with his brother.
I gotcha.
So,
but it did very much seem it was a cool scene because Trevor easily could have. They said more through their looks than they would have if he tried to explain it. Pepperoni's good, so
I would have said Italian sausage, but whatever.
Yeah.
Sorry, Debbie. I like Italian sausage. But anyway.
Oh, I loved when Trevor got the text from Simon when they're at lunch, I'm guessing, and he's like, I can't answer right away because he's gonna think I'm just waiting on my phone. So he waits a second, and then he goes, I put my book down, I walk across the room, check my phone, because the agent guy is like,
you gonna answer that?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I don't want to seem.
And then he types out like a paragraph instead of just saying like, yeah, I'll see you in 20.
I'll have to rearrange some things, but I think I can make that work. What time were you thinking? So,
I gotta say, for a show that I didn't really have high hopes on, I was very pleased with the first 2 episodes. I mean, I was laughing. I was like, "This is great." And for,
I was keeping. I didn't have any hopes on this one, high or low.
yeah,
I was just kind of keeping an open mind about it, and I have been enjoying it so far. I don't know though, because anytime I see, like, if I'm scrolling TikTok or YouTube or whatever, and I see somebody say, "Oh, Wonderman," and I'm like, "Okay, skip you,"
yep,
because I haven't
same.
watched the. There's people like Debbie who've watched the whole thing, and I didn't.
I'll just say
But
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
well,
Like you
I know.
guys, I wasn't expecting anything. I didn't know diddly squat about this guy,
Yeah,
but I enjoyed it. There's some a couple episodes that really stick out, and
oh,
they're
that's
really
good.
good. And
What
yeah,
about
I enjoyed it.
now? Now I just lost my train of thought.
But I've seen, like, that's a consensus I've seen online. In fact, I've seen people that have said that they wish it was the weekly episodes because now they're like, I binged the whole thing and I want more, and I don't get more. But I think Marvel probably looked at it like, I think they were like, it's a risk, and we don't know if it's going to have steam for 2 months or whatever. But you still take a risk with dropping it all at once because now people are like, oh, this is great, and eventually the conversation is going to die out. But at least not for us. We'll be, covering it for the month. But anyway, I'm excited to continue watching.
What
So
are they saying online about it though? I mean, I haven't read anything.
Of course, people I follow haven't said anything bad about it. So I know there's that corner.
Majority of people really, really like it, and even if you go on Rotten Tomato, critics have it at 90, audience have it at 90.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Now, there's a few, your usual suspects.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just.
I mean,
it
was boring. Of course, I shared in our chat. There was one guy, Sean O'Connell, I think his name was, where he said that it starts out strong. He said there was a little bit of a not filler, but it kind of, I don't know, maybe filler, and then it ends strong. And he said maybe that's why they did the bingeable, so that it didn't lose steam halfway through. People going, "Oh, this is unnecessary," but. You could speak on that more than me, Debbie, because since you've seen it all.
I don't know if they've realized that with the series, the TV Marvel stuff, that unless it's, like a movie where it's, pew, pew, bam, bam, every 2 seconds, people aren't going to like it. So, with the series, I think, well, outside of WandaVision.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I think and Loki. But for the most part.
Yeah.
For the most part, I think their thinking is that just drop it all. And but if people would have if they would have dropped it weekly, people would have been, oh God, why didn't they just drop it all?
Right. They wouldn't be able to win. I think it's because I was gonna say, I think it's just because with Disney Plus we're used to the weekly. I mean, I know with Echo they dropped it all at once, but for the most part they do weekly releases, and
this was a spotlight, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And I won't say too much, but the way it ended, I'm like.
Let me ask you this, because I don't think this won't spoil it, but could they bring the character into other projects? Like, could this be a tease for him to show up, even potentially in like Secret Wars? Like, he could have already filmed that, even already potentially.
I mean,
maybe a small role.
Just because of the way it ended, it was just like,
or at least a season 2. I don't know.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
What about your thoughts on the runtime? That's what I'm curious about, because
I think it fits this type of show. It's for what I've seen
you're looking
so
at
far.
it's I think
30
it says
minutes.
30. Well, it says 35 on the thing, but like 5 of that
is the end credits. Yeah. So try it at about 30.
I mean, it's okay. I always prefer longer episodes.
Right.
But like with I don't know if anybody's watching Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Not
They're
yet.
all about a half hour, 40 minutes maybe. And and people are complaining that they're short, and it's like, but there's only 3 books. And then you posted where they're hoping to go 4 or 5 seasons. I was like, and follow their life. And I'm like, but there's only 3 books. They don't go that far.
It's like House of the Dragon. There's 1 book and they're gonna end it after 4 seasons. But like,
well,
I don't know.
I seen a thing, G.R.R. Martin.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I want to write more books on Dunk and Egg. And I'm like, well, if they're planning on doing 5 or 6 seasons out of this, you better get your ass in gear. And you haven't even finished Winds of War or whatever the hell it's called.
Winter, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. And I'm like, you better get on it if, or he's going to get pissed off that, well, they're not following the story. Well, you didn't finish.
You didn't write it.
But I think with a show like this, because it's kind of more on like the comedy side of like and like acting and like how that's all made, I don't mind the runtime as much personally. Although I do prefer longer episodes. But I don't know. I'm having fun with the episode length so far.
I think for me, the fact that the episodes are only 30 minutes are kind of lost on the fact to where I can binge the whole thing. Where I can sit down and watch,
because it's what 3 hours of total.
We
content?
did 4. If it's 8 episodes, yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
So I'm looking at it, going, okay, well, I'm gonna watch just these 2 episodes because that's what we're talking about this week. So I only have to watch an hour's worth, of show. So.
Yeah.
Now, is it going to get to a point where at some point I'm going to hit the end of one of our episodes? I'm going to be like, shoot, I want to watch the next one now. Come on.
Because I would rather.
Am I going to do that?
I would rather quality over quantity. So if they had been able to make it work where the quality is good for a whole hour, sure, that's fine. But if they decided for that episode that's the best 30 minutes, I'm fine with that too for this type of show. But also, coming off of Jessica, where it's hour-long episodes, basically, it was kind of weird. But anyway,
it's like a buddy show, Simon and Trevor. So it's kind of, I mean, not really rom-com, but those type of sitcoms.
Yeah.
And well, that's
right. It's the sitcom runtime, basically.
Yeah, it is. So it's like Friends or whatever.
It just doesn't have a laugh track.
Thankfully, I cannot stand laugh tracks.
Wait a minute. Here's the real kicker. Is there a musical episode?
No.
Oh well, then we're good. Everything's golden then.
And I just realized episode 2 with the Joe Potato, whatever you say his last name is, had 2 Matrix actors in it because the guy who plays Wonderman was in the Matrix, whatever the newer one was called. I don't remember. Resurrections.
Oh.
Garbage.
I saw it once and said, yep.
Yeah, because he's young Morpheus. I know. I was like, anyway.
Yeah, I didn't care for it. So
he was really good in Aquaman, though.
Yeah, and that's where Luke was like, I know that guy from somewhere. I don't know where, but I know him from somewhere. And I was like, he looks familiar to me too. And I had to look at that and I was like, oh, he was Black Manta in Aquaman. That's who he was. All right.
Oh, see, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, that's all I've seen him in is this, Aquaman, and The Matrix. I haven't seen him. I know he's done other stuff, but yeah.
Well, I didn't realize that was him in The Matrix either. So I just thought it was just some newcomer. I didn't know who he was.
Yeah, well, he's bald in The Matrix, so.
Well, he's bald in The Matrix, and I think he's a lot skinnier in The Matrix too.
He is, yeah.
So he's put on some
superhero muscle.
Some superhero muscle. That's what he's done.
I tell people I have superhero muscle, but it's Steve Rogers before he's Captain America, before he gets the super serum.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, that's my superhero muscle.
All right. Anything else on these two?
Looking forward to next week because these were a lot of fun. So great start. And I'm glad to see because a lot of these shows they have a great start and then they kind of fall off. And so it's nice to know it's pretty consistent throughout the whole time from what I've heard. So
awesome. Shameless plugs. What do we got tonight, Debbie?
Tomorrow night on our friends, the Sith Dominions channel here on YouTube, they are discussing or they ranking dark side users on their damage to the galaxy. Let's put it that way. I believe that's the way it was described. And then Wednesday, they're doing part 2 of their Star Wars D&D campaign thing. Wednesday we'll also have an episode of War of the Stars drop. Thursday we will be back for Clone Wars. Are we doing 2 episodes again? Are we into arcs yet?
No, three episodes.
Okay. 3 episode arc.
It's not an arc. It's just three standalones, I believe. I'll look to make sure, but I think it's 3 standalones.
Saturday we'll have the Geek Gauntlet. We have a new show segment. I don't think it's too long. Jonathan Heil from Captain's Logs and Lightsabers. He's doing a, what is it called? Court and...
I'm checking because it's court something. I remember that. It basically he looks at fantasy romance novels and breaks them down from a male perspective, I think, or just something like that.
Yeah, I think he has 2 episodes out. So if you're into that type of thing, go for it. Go watch.
A Court of oh no, that's the book. A Courts and Confusion is the name of the show.
Oh, I think I did see something.
And I misspoke on the male perspective. He just breaks down fantasy romance with equal parts curiosity, critique, and affection.
Okay. And then Saturday. Go ahead.
I was going to say
Saturday we have the Geek Gauntlet. I don't know if they're still on Batman. Are they doing another Batman?
I don't know. I know they did last week. I don't think it's scheduled yet.
Might know more Thursday.
There you go. It is a 3-parter. It's not a 3-parter. It's 3 individuals. The first one is The Hunt for Zero, Heroes on Both Sides, and The Pursuit of Peace. Episodes 9, 10, and 11 for season 3.
And I know Ando from the Geek Gauntlet has had a couple of shorts come out of he's back with like the ranking of video games. He did Power Rangers the other day, and what was the other one?
I didn't know there were that many Power Ranger video games,
Batman.
to be honest with you. And I'm like, where did he get that many to do a ranking on it?
Yeah, I don't know.
What was it?
It was Power Rangers and Batman.
The one he did recently was Power Rangers and
then he did Batman the other day.
Yeah, so
I guess the Power Rangers isn't technically a short; it is under the videos. But anyway,
yeah, I know the Power Ranger one is just over 3 minutes, so it doesn't qualify for a short. But yeah, I know they were talking about in our chat. They were talking about things that he could rankings. Mm-hmm. He always asks for suggestions, and everybody starts throwing things out. So I don't participate because it's usually stuff I don't know what the hell they're talking about.
I was gonna say if it's anything video game related.
If it's video game anime, I am out. And that's all my plugs.
Awesome. Andrew, shameless plugs.
Yeah, last Saturday night over on the Dingus Den for Before the Cape, we kicked off our season 2 reviews for Smallville with Vortex, which, by the way, that was a great opening to the season. It's the thing where like season 1 ends on a cliffhanger and then it picks up with season 2. And I used to think waiting 3 months was bad when I was a kid for shows, but now when you wait 3 years for a season, it's better back then, and you got more episodes.
Yes.
Anyway, this coming Saturday we'll be discussing Heat and Duplicity. My theory for Heat is Clark discovers that he can shoot out of his eyes, the beams out of his eyes, or a different kind of heat, and I may not be able to watch because I'm too young. And then last night, sorry, I'll let you go.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Last night on Came in Focus, we reviewed Tron Ares, which was fine. And then this coming Sunday, we're discussing a fantasy Italian movie from the 1990s called Quest for the Mighty Sword, which we randomly found on Tubi, and we discovered was the 4th movie in a series. So we're gonna have to try to watch the others. So hopefully
I
we
found the
understand.
second one, by the way, but you guys can't.
Oh, you
watch
did? All right, you'll have to.
it. It was if you own
Mm-hmm.
the original Mystery Science Theater 3000, it was the season 4 episode 1.
Oh.
And I'm this was even before this was Joel. Like this was like the original Mystery Science, like the original before Mike Nelson came on even. So
yeah. Well, it's so
but
funny.
it's
It's so funny that it's with the second one, because the first, that's the only one not on Tubi. All the rest are on Tubi. So I don't know. Maybe that one was just so bad they were like, get rid of it. You know.
Well, and it could be because okay, so and this is really weird because there was one when they released Mystery Science Theater on 3000 on DVD. There was one that they released and then they got in trouble for because it was a Godzilla movie and they did not have the rights to that Godzilla movie. So it was released and now that particular DVD is worth a ton of money because you can't buy it because they discontinued it.
Yeah.
But anyway, my brother and I, between us, have all seasons of Mystery Science Theater on our Plex server, so I can watch it anytime I want to.
Ooh, you could share it with me.
Well, that may be the reason why you can't find 2, because MST3K may actually own the rights to that movie at this point and just haven't released it anywhere.
Gosh. So anyway, we're not going to be able to watch the second one, but we can at least watch. And from what I understand, it sounds like they're mostly standalone sequels for the most part. So, and they've got like an average of like 2.5 stars on IMDb. So there's probably easy to follow along with. So anyway,
impressive.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's almost as impressive as being consistently 9 out of 10s. Like, you know, but anyway,
cool. All right. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight because I am boring and I have nothing other than what Debbie just said and Andrew. Well, not Andrew because I'm not on the Dingus Den. And
open invite if you ever watch the Smallville.
I only make occasional appearances on Cam's show. But again, that being said, y'all all have a great rest of your week. Enjoy your Monday evenings and have a wonderful rest of your week. We'll see you Thursday at the Cantina Happy Hour. Don't forget to follow us on all the social medias. Hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the little bell icon for notifications so you know when we go live. We will see all of you next week right here on MCU Mondays. Have a good one, guys.
Shit! Language. No one else is going to deal with the fact that Cap just said language. I know. For gosh sake, watch your language.
That's not going away anytime soon.
You bet your ass.
Steve, you said a bad language word.
Did you tell everyone?
Out with the platinum bastard.
Steve doesn't like that kind of talk.
You know what, Romanoff?
Fury, you son of a bitch.
Ooh, you kiss your mother with that mouth?